So there seems to be a lot of cope surrounding The Little Mermaid, and it, to me, reveals, a bias from the media, and maybe some sort of Disney bias and Access Media trying to get their money in. Now, everyone really wants this movie to do well. I don't understand why. It's a heartless, just cash grab remake of a beloved classic. So I don't really understand why everyone's so intent on this trying to be a success. But the mainstream media is ridiculous when they're trying to say that $164 million globally is good. It's not good. And it's interesting how they paint everyone out to be racist, right? And they do. They absolutely do. So, review bombing in areas as France, Korea, Germany, and beyond. And there's comments about this where they say it was racially tinged reviews. Well, it would be moronic not to point out the fact that you have swapped out, the lead actress in terms of the ethnicity for the role. You did it on purpose. So it'd be silly not to discuss that in some element of a review. You clearly did that for a reason. So when you say racially tinged, I mean, we've all got eyes. It's just it's basic observation. Now, you can't claim that everyone's a racist that didn't like the movie. I mean, that's just nonsense. It's absolute nonsense. But to say... And what they do is by proxy. So they say, well, they're racially tinged reviews. And you're like, well, yeah. Because you did something very blatant. Swapped another redhead out. And of course people are going to comment on that. That's a given. Why would you not comment on that? But like I say, I mean, look, at the end of the day, $164 million global is not a success. Remotely. This movie had an $80 million promo campaign. I mean, that's if they're being honest, which I doubt that they are, because these promo campaigns are general. The advertising, marketing for these movies is ginormous, absolutely ginormous. But again, it's this level of cope. This weird innate desire for this movie to be a huge success when it is just a mindless cash grab. So Disney is holding firm, and just check out some of the wording here. Disney is holding firm to its $117.5 million 4-day opening estimate on Little Mermaid, after a $27.4 million Sunday and a projected $21.1 million Monday. Rivals still see it higher, around $119 million. But Disney isn't a studio that likes to get over their skis in their estimates. At the end of the day, Little Mermaid's box office course wasn't that far off from Aladdin's. Ariel, being more front-loaded in her previews, Friday, with $38 million to Aladdin's $31.5 million. Again, Aladdin posted a $30 million Sunday and $25.5 million Monday. Little Mermaid's 3-day is $95.4 million to the Blue Genie's $91.3 million. This is a very solid start for The Little Mermaid. Despite coming in... It's a solid start, despite coming in lower than the anticipated $120 million 4-day. And that's for domestic, right? That's not good. That's a Memorial Day weekend. That's when people are out and about, partying, family time. And you $117.5 million, that's not good at all. Really not good. Now, interestingly, they start to talk about... I mean, look at this. We have Universal's Illumination Super Mario Bros. Overcompensating in the marketplace with a $500 million plus cube. Overcompensating. No, it was just a good movie. So here's the key marketing stunts that made The Little Mermaid an event. $117 million is not an event film, guys. That's terrible. So Halle Bailey performed Part of Your World in front of a live audience at Disneyland. ABC promoted the performance during American Idol's Disney Night as the studio's social handles released the featurette Halle's Ariel. And no disrespect to, this young woman. It's not her fault. If you got, wheeled out a bunch of cash, live your dream, of course you take it. Disney Consumer Products, as part of Disney's 100 Wonder of Play campaign, launched with Bailey's debut of the new Ariel doll, which apparently already on discount, by a teaser poster drop on the actress's social media announcing a new trailer during the Oscars. Bailey and Melissa McCarthy introduced the trailer during the ceremony, bumping the film to YouTube's #1 global trending. That's not actually given. YouTube generally manipulates that. We already know that. They've admitted to doing that. So that's not based on views either. On social media, there was a TikTok. Oh, what a fantastic company to pair with, Disney. TikTok, China, right up your wheelhouse. The TikTok global branded effect, which leveraged the iconic splash moment from Part of Your World. Twitter had a Mermaid week and a week-long takeover. Q&A, blah, blah, blah. Bailey in Times Square with a massive 3D billboard. They're really pushing it. Really, really pushing it. But what was it? So they say this: despite the easing of grosses, that's not a bad thing. This just happens when the industry projects out a 4-day weekend. Rivals still see the movie doing between $121 to $123 million, but we know what it did, and it didn't do that. And it would not be shocking to see The Little Mermaid resurfacing to that range. Yeah, it's not though. Now, here's the interesting thing. So, we've learned that The Little Mermaid had the biggest global promotional partner campaign for a Disney-branded live-action title. Not Lucasfilm or Marvel, estimated at $80 million in value. Now, that's going to be massively undervalued, but that's do you see what I mean? The bizarre cope about making this a success. The Little Mermaid had the biggest global promotional partner. This is a low-tier cash grab. While there was no car partner, as is standard on a Marvel movie, generally Audi, or was for a while, Disney counted a myriad of ad partners. So McDonald's, got to get that healthy food in. HSN and Disney teamed up with Regal for shoppable augmented reality. Mattel did a doll. Booking.com designed a bespoke listing for the ultimate Little Mermaid getaway. Alter, didn't they partner with Dylan Mulvaney at one point? I swear they did. Partnered with Alter, partnered with 2 beauty brands, including Black Girl sunscreen. That's a brand. Fucking hell. If that was White Girl sunscreen, can you imagine the outcry? God, the bloody hypocrisy. Pacifica. Kellogg's made a splash at nearly 4,000 Walmart stores. Yeah, again, Mermazing Berry, got to get that healthy food in. Annie's created a limited edition line of snacks and pasta. God, Pandora, Carol's daughter. Do you see what I mean? The bizarre cope on trying to get this a success. But again, this is not a success. This is really failing internationally. Massively, in fact, which is what they say here. If it can, and they say here that makes for an estimated $163.8 million global debut. It's not good. $68 million globally, at the international box office, to $117 million domestic. That's awful. It's really struggling. Because markets are just not interested in it. And some of these companies that they write, like Allocine and things like that, Liberation, Premiere, blah, blah, blah. Some of these ones are notoriously woke as well. If they don't like it, and Christ, that's not good. So, yeah, not good. And then, of course, they wheel out the racism, as always. Why wouldn't you do that? Again, murky lighting. You saw that from the first trailer. But again, here you go. There's sadly been racially tinged commentary. So you're not calling anyone racist, but you're saying there's racially tinged commentary. Well, of course there are. because you swapped out a redhead, a white redhead, for a black redhead. If you can, does this constitute as red? I guess. So yes, there will be some commentary on that. You're saying sad, but of course there would be. It would be ignorant not to. Anyway, I predict this being a massive bomb. We'll see what happens moving forwards, though, in the next couple of weeks. Because there's other movies coming out now, and this is where I think it'll just get ripped to shreds. But let me know what you guys think. Take care.